The whole revive mechanic in general just seems kind of silly to me, so.
Round one.
All the other modes, I've played a grand total, like a combined 5 times, so. Oh, you actually did parry that. That's interesting. Let's see. I guessed right that time. I didn't mean to do that, but I just... It works too. I feel like, I don't know. There should be a better way to punish than what I'm doing.
Round two.
Alright. Ooh. Oh, caught me on the backdash. Okay. Also, you fucked your thing up. That's weird. Ooh, got that just in time. I don't know how I got that. I actually don't 100% understand how that thing functions. I know if you block a bunch and if multiple people attack you, you get it faster, but it feels like I just sat with bleed on me for a long time. So I got revenge? I'm not sure. That's the kind of thing you'd understand better if you did the other modes, but... Keep knocking you the wrong way, but that worked at least. I meant to go the other way. What? See, that was weird, because I was fighting it at the wrong range there, and I got away with a bunch of stuff, but... I think part of it is I'm just sort of reducing my game down a bit, because I can't reliably parry what that person's doing. Just because the stab is too much of a threat. But it's okay, again, if I neutralize the stab, this person just doesn't do any damage, so... I don't know, I think we'll run into... We'll cross that bridge when we run into it, a Peacekeeper that parries. Incidentally, that Sparks flying thing, that actually wasn't a parry by her. I'm pretty sure that was a... I don't know what they're called, but they're the perfect dodge things, where you dodge at the right moment and it effectively is a parry. It seems like it actually caught that person off guard as well, because they didn't do any kind of follow-up to it. I think it was just coincidence. Like, they were dodging and it just happened to be the right time. You don't want to fight there? Alright. Yeah, you really don't like this map, do you? Person has a lot of trouble on this one. Alright, let's go.
Round two.
Oh shit, Nitro, we gotta still get you to top the screen thing, don't we? Well, I mean, I kind of forgot, but... I can step side to side too, you know, and I think mine is better.
Round three.
Everything except Duel feels a little dull, yeah. I didn't mind the 2v2 when I tried it. I actually had, well, no, that's not true. I did try the 4v4 once, and it was kind of funny. I'm not sure how much I'd want to do it, but it was certainly an interesting change of pace. Oh, shit. Slowly back away. Wasn't me. Alright, alright. So, that was the last couple of duels I had in the For Honor open beta right before it was ending. I had a hell of a lot of fun with that game. I now have the full release version, so I'll be playing that. Incidentally, right after I upload this video, I'll probably be streaming it. Usual place, twitch.tv/bots. But anyway, what I'm really enjoying about the game is just sort of the learning process that's going on, and just sort of continuous adaptation versus specific opponents. To this person's credit, by the way, this person I was playing here, I had never really seen any Peacekeepers. Like, I'd seen a few in, I think, the closed beta before, but in the open beta, for whatever reason, they just seemed to disappear, despite the fact that I heard they're rather popular. But it actually took me a little while to figure out what she was actually doing. So that person actually won a good number of matches before this, and then, like, basically something clicked in my head, and I was like, oh, okay, this is how you do. You just basically prevent them from doing the stab to you repeatedly, and all she's doing is jumping sideways and stabbing and stab, so I just counter those two things and it's fine. Now, you also probably heard me talking about sort of thinking through my thought process while I was doing this. Is like, I feel like there's something more I could do here. You know, maybe working some parries, or like, what if this person parried me? My strategy would stop working. And because of sort of where I was at the time, I never was able to really implement anything or really even figure anything out. And now looking back on this, again, this is the whole learning process of thing. I can see now that all I would have had to have done is really just stand there, wait for her to, you know, jump sideways, parry that attack, and if she comes into the grapple stab, just, you know, guard break that, because she wasn't really doing anything else. Granted, I did come up with an adaptation. As you see, I just kind of kept side dashing. Basically, I kept matching her side dash and beating her with my superior, I guess it was range or speed, depending on, you know, where we were doing it from. And for the most part, I was grapple or tech breaking the guard break and preventing him from doing the stab move. So, I mean, it was a sufficient counter strategy. It just wasn't absolutely optimal. You also saw me kind of mixing in some interesting stuff there with, like, I'm at the beginning stages of finally being able to effectively mix in heavy cancels. Like a couple instances you would have seen me, I think I did it at least twice, where I was going guard break into a heavy attack that's a guaranteed hit, then I would fake another heavy hit, and then I would just cancel out of it and then dash and hit. Alternatively, I could have, again, more optimally, I probably could have just canceled, then parried, and then gotten, you know, whatever else off after that. And that would have worked just as fine, actually slightly better. But, I mean, what I was doing worked perfectly fine. So for our purposes here, for winning, it did work. I'm just aware that there is more to it. And it's really cool to know that there always is so much more that you can be doing. Aside from that, I should probably talk about maybe my experiences up until this point. I was pretty much effectively beating everyone and coming up with counter strategies as I was improving to pretty much everyone I faced that day. There was only one person that I couldn't consistently beat. Like, I was able to sneak a few rounds here and there, but there was one person earlier that I just couldn't really beat too often. And it turns out what they were is because I was talking, they sent me a friend request, so I mean, I guess they thought I was pretty good, so that's a good sign, I guess. And I was talking, I was like, what the hell's your deal? You're like 1,000 times better than everyone else I've played so far. Turns out he was like an FGC, so fighting game, like, tournament player. And I didn't ask him what his, like, you know, handle was in terms of fighting games or which game he played, because if it was Street Fighter, I'd probably know who he is, but maybe played some other game. But anyway, that was really interesting to me, because I've always been thinking to myself, you know, the fighting game people are going to be really good at this game, and I kind of want to see what they were able to do with it. And this guy was just really good. Yeah, he would parry almost 100% of my attacks. So it was impossible to get like a normal hit on them. You had to do a whole bunch of stuff to even squeak in like one little hit, like, you know, heavy fake cancel things and just kind of dancing around and like really, really timing things out properly. So, yeah, that was really neat to see, and it kind of like indicates to me sort of where this game can go and how much better you can get at it. And I'm sort of looking forward to sort of facing those sorts of people more consistently because they are out there. And I imagine the number of people obviously we're going to continue to grow as the game goes live. So yeah, been having a hell of a lot of fun with this. Like I said, look forward to playing it, and I'd probably expect at least a little bit more content to come with this because this is definitely the sort of game that I can kind of sit there and intellectualize a lot. You know, just kind of yammer on like I am now. So you know, once I have things figured out better on more characters, you know, maybe kind of we can have little sort of discussion videos or pointers and matchup specifics and stuff like that. But anyway, see you guys around. Thanks for watching as always. And yeah, I'm off to actually go play this game. Really looking forward to doing it. See you around. Bye.